It's finale time. Hey, the finale of Series 6. And what way to end off this finale with this movie? Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1982 is a let's say a very more faithful adaptation of Bram Stoker's novel. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola, it is uh, probably one of the better Dracula movies out there, as always. Um, Previous iterations of the vampire have been been okay, but they've been a bit campy and not been respectful to the source material as the book did. However, this version has been treated respectfully because of the source material from the book, how it is executed very nicely, and the methods that Coppola uses to make the story more and more better. Make it more visually interesting, more just respectable to the time and place where the book has been written, how it is conceived, and he does a fine job of it. So the first thing to mention is the cast. Of course, we have Gary Oldman as Vlad the Impaler, as Count Dracula. Very good performance, and this is one of his highlights of his career, along with JFK and Commissioner James Gordon from the Dark Knight trilogy. We have Winona Ryder, who plays Elizabeth and Nina Harker. Though she's a good she has a good presence on screen, her British accent doesn't really do well. Her interpretation of a British accent doesn't really suit well. Same with Keanu Reeves, who plays Jonathan Harker, though I think he was more brought in for the teen crowd, if you know what I mean, because during that time he had success with Bill and Ted films and Point Break, so he was sort of a rising star. So it's interesting to see him. However, his British, like we run around it, their British accents don't really hold up in this movie. They do try, but it seems to be of a weak point in the film. And then we've got Sir Andrew Hopkins playing Abraham Van Helsing, another highlight of the film, obviously. Very good performance, and also he was the narrator at the beginning of the film, which is reading some of the uplines of Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is the diary, a little bit of Van Helsing's diary that he reads out, which is quite good. And yep, we have Richard E. Grant playing Dr. Stewart, one of the doctors who does experiments and also keeps a couple of prisoners there. And we have a special guest as Tom Waits. Yes, that Tom Waits. He appears in one of the prisoners, who was he's a patient of Dr. Stewart, but he's also the previous estate agent who went to Count Dracula's. Obviously went insane, obviously, but I think he's been under possession of Dracula, also under mind control of Dracula. Interesting. The score itself is fantastic. I mean, the opening bit was used in many trailers. Brilliant orchestral themes, add a bit of suspense and a lot of romance to it, which is fantastic. Like I mentioned before, the visual effects are fantastic. Coppola did some old techniques that he uses, and yeah, it stood very, very well. Very, very nicely done. And costume-wise and how it's set, fantastic. He did spend a lot on the budget, so on the costume outs, made them more superb and more better. And I think he always has. I think even though he had an interesting favour in fashion, I don't know if that's right or not. Who knows? But it's just fantastic, really. So, Bram Stoker's Dracula, a very acceptable, fantastic adaptation of the original novel. Visually, it's fantastic. The direction is brilliant by Coppola. The only weak spot is the American accents by Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves, who sort of let the film down a little bit. Though they keep trying, it does let the film a little down, but everything else is fantastic. I mean, you can give this a thumbs up, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a thumbs up from me though, but it is, and boy, it's just worth watching. Fantastic. And that's the end of Series 6. And I've done it. I've done the sort of like horror season type Season 6, which I wanted to do, and I feel pleased about that. And, as always, I will see you for the next video. Bye.